It is your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com. This is Neely rocking with you on a solo show. I kick things off tonight with something brand new from Mad Margaret. You guys and gals may remember Mad Margaret. We've had them on the show many times over the years, and they were very cool to play a Classic Metal Show night out a few years ago. But Mad Margaret has a brand new CD out called Love, Hate, and Deception, and we heard something from that. And then we also heard something from Red Rain, our good friend Sammy Lee and Red Rain. I guess they're getting ready to make their EP available. Some of you in the chat room and some of you who listen to the Classic Metal Show have been wanting to know, when can you get your hands on that EP? Well, I talked to Sammy Lee earlier this week, and I think they're going to be making that available very, very shortly. So stay tuned for details. And then to get you ready for the Classic Metal Show tonight, we heard a song requested from longtime Classic Metal Show listener Serena. She wanted to hear something from Sandy Saraya from the band Saraya with Get You Ready. So are you guys and gals ready? We are live. Chris is off doing a paying gig tonight. He's down in the Pittsburgh area working some kind of a gaming a tournament or something. But they needed a qualified IT guy on staff because I guess this is very interactive. And so he's kind of down there monitoring the gaming tournament. And if he... if he's able to leave the tournament in time and get home, he might chime in later in the evening, but I'm not counting on it. But anyway, we're going to do all music tonight. I do have some call-in guests lined up. Our good friend Bob Nalbandian, he's out at a festival tonight in Northern California, and he's going to call in and kind of give us a brief lowdown as to what's going on over there. Then I've asked our good friend Eddie Smith from Mad Margaret if he wanted to come on tonight and discuss their latest release. And you guys and gals, you can call in with whatever it is that you want to talk about. But, of course, tonight is mostly music. So if you want to get a request in, the best way for you to get my attention is send your request over to the Classic Metal Show request email. It's just request@theclassicmetalshow.com. Very simple, straight and to the point, request@theclassicmetalshow.com. If there's something you want to hear, I will play you the tunes for the next 6 hours, so keep me busy. You guys have done a great job of that in the past, and we'll do it tonight as well. So anyway, let's take a phone call. Hail and kill caller, you're on the air.
Hail and kill, motherfucker.
Is this Bob?
It absolutely is. Dude, are you doing a solo show?
I am doing a solo show.
God damn, everyone flaked out on you, huh?
They did. Everybody's got lives, Bob. Everybody's got lives.
Jesus Christ. Well, you know I'd be there for you, Neely. I'm actually at the Aftershock Festival in Sacramento, and I probably should have stayed home and called in and did a co-host with you tonight.
Well... I wouldn't pass up a live opportunity if you're out there hanging out with some cool bands and some people that you've probably known for many years.
No, it's cool. It's just I'm a bit old for these festivals, but it was good. We saw Anthrax. Anthrax kicked ass live. Primus is on right now, and Slayer is going to be going on in a few minutes. And I haven't seen Slayer since the Big Four Festival, so it'll be good to see them with Gary. And then we'll check out some of Tool. I haven't seen Tool since I saw them back in the club. So it'll be good to see. I wouldn't mind catching a bit of Tool. Well, so it's a pretty good lineup tonight.
Well, sure. Well, I didn't even know that Primus was still playing. They're back together.
I don't know. Hey, Liam, did Primus ever split up?
I don't know. I thought that they had kind of disappeared there for a while.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering.
They're still buddies. No, I think they've always been together. Oh, maybe they did.
Yeah, he did his own thing.
Yeah, he kind of did his own thing. Lester Claypool. My buddy is. I'm talking to some guys here. my buddy Liam, who you met in L.A. down at the screening,
Uh-huh.
he does a winery, and I guess Lester Claypool has a winery in Napa. Is it in Napa or Hillsburg? Sebastopol, wherever that is. But he knows he's got a winery right out there, so I guess he's been dealing with wine lately, Lester Claypool.
I gotcha. And
so
Tool,
was the guy from Tool.
yeah, Tool were apart for a while, but I guess they're back now, right?
Yeah, apparently. And he's got his side projects. He's got Pussifier that's playing tomorrow, and he's also got a Perfect Circle. And I don't even know if they're on playing this weekend or not.
Okay.
But it's cool. We're having a good time. I ran into a few people I knew from back in L.A. and some old friends from back in the day. So it's pretty awesome. It's a great place to do a festival because it's right on the river, and it's like a total festival setting, like the European festivals, where it's just a lot of land and trees, and it's actually a really cool location. So it's we're having a blast, and we're having quite a few cocktails, Mr. Neely. You should be joining us.
I I enjoy a cocktail or two, Bob. So yeah, looking forward to hooking up with you in January.
Absolutely. Unlike Chris Aiken, who enjoys a cock or two.
Very nice.
So are we going to be busting Chris Aiken's balls now, or what? Now that he's not on the show with you?
He's out there. He's out there with a paying gig tonight. I can't blame the guy for not passing a grand for just standing around, just kind of watching the router blink.
I heard about his paying gig. You know what the paying gig is?
What's that?
He's eating a bag full of dick.
Very good.
Yeah, I listen to the CMS. I know what's up.
Sure, absolutely. Well, Bob,
so what do you got? Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, if you run into anybody later in the evening and you want to call, you can do that. But tonight's show is just an all-music show. Eddie Smith from the band Mad Margaret is going to call in about a half an hour and talk about their new disc. And otherwise, it's a fan-run show.
Right on. I used to have Mad Margaret's old demo. They were like a L.A. band from the early 90s, right?
Absolutely.
They played the Sunset Strip. I remember them.
Yep.
I actually have an old promo photo of them. I think they sent me their old press kit way back in the day.
Yeah, well, they've been around 20 years, Bob, so they're still out there kicking.
Don't tell me, probably Retrospect Records, right?
Yeah, probably. I think they release their music independently now, but they, just like every other band out there 20 years ago, were trying to get some kind of a deal on the table.
Right on. Well, cool. Yeah, it'll be fun tonight. I mean, the media area here, it's mostly all the smaller bands that are coming out here. I doubt any of the big bands will be coming out. I was hoping to say hi to the Anthrax guys. I might see the Slayer guys a little bit later. I interviewed Dave Lombardo last week, which was great for the San Francisco documentary because he really is a good representation for Slayer because he's very, very good with interviews, very talkative, and he really knows about the old days. So we got him and a few guys from Exodus last weekend. So we're just here partying, hanging out, but it'll be fun. Tomorrow night, we'll be here tomorrow night. It's mostly kind of the newer metal bands, Korn and Disturbed and Avenged Sevenfold and a few other bands. But we'll come out tomorrow. I mean, the place is literally like less than 5 minutes from my place. So if I get too fucked up, I could always crawl back home. So.
Very good. All right, Bob. We'll lift a glass of wine for me if that's what you're drinking tonight.
Absolutely, dude. I can't wait to see you down at NAMM. So we're gonna party balls this time. You gotta try to stay a whole week out here, or as long as you can. At least you're gonna come down Thursday, right?
I'll fly in. I'll probably fly in Wednesday, be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and go home Sunday.
All right, drag Aiken's ass down too. Get that piece of shit out here.
All right, Bob, it sounds like you're having a great time, so feel free to call back later if you want.
All right, well, the show, I guess, is going to end pretty early. It'll end before 11 o'clock, like 10:30, so I'll be able to catch the last hour and a half, 2 hours of the CMS. So we'll call in on our way home. I'll let you know how Slayer and Tool are.
All right, excellent.
Sounds good, man. We'll talk soon.
All right, hail and kill, Bob.
Fuck you, pal. Give me a fucking hand job, Neely.
There goes Bob. So Bob's out there partying and rocking out and enjoying himself. So good for him. I was going to have Bob co-host with me tonight, but he had this festival come up, and I don't blame the guy. Why not go out and see some live music and hang out with some cool bands and all that kind of good stuff? But speaking of music and cool bands, I expect you to get involved with the Classic Metal Show tonight. Get me involved with getting your request on. I'm going to play the Last American DJ here. I'm going to actually play songs that you never get to hear anywhere else. So you guys pick them and I'll play them. Sounds like a fair trade to me. So send me an email, request@theclassicmetalshow.com, request@theclassicmetalshow.com, and we'll just go from here. So since Bob is out there playing some Slayer, or going to see Slayer, rather, why don't we just jump into some Slayer? I love Slayer, of course. Their Seasons in the Abyss release is, my favorite. I'm sure it's your favorite, too. And it's very dark, but still very melodic. So let's play something from that. Let's play the title track. So here's Slayer with Seasons in the Abyss, exclusively here on your Classic Metal Show.
This is Tom Mariah, Slayer. You're listening to The Classic Metal Show.